So there's been a lot of buddy builds over the last couple of days with a recent patch, and I kind of see why. There's been some really good ones in there. I don't think I've seen what I believe is the best interaction. You can see here, if I just use Hellion, it will hit, what, 242. 242 on direct impact on these ats. Okay, that's fine. That's at base. This is 161. Dato broke something. But you can boost it a lot using Spirit of Verity. Now, with this, you'd think, okay, it needs to match, so maybe if I went, like, solar stuff, I'd have to use a healing grenade, use a solar weapon, it'll buff Hellion if I get stacks for that. Because that doesn't actually matter. I don't know if it's a bug or not. Maybe this is intentional. I think it might be intentional. So we just get kills with a strand weapon with a strand grenade equipped. We get stacks of death throws. Here we go. Yep, build that up, get that to maximum. Now, Hellion. Let's see. 484, 484, hit that, 484, let a stack go down. 448, 448. Because a healer, if we just say we're just doing regular gameplay, running, gunning, shooting down enemies and whatever, we'll be kind of capping out death throws every once in a while. CPU, goes back up to a high amount. This is, I think it's like a 200% damage increase. We're at max now, and now I don't have a charge. God damn it. Well, hold on, one second. Let me get my class ability back with full charge. Here we go. Go crazy. 484 here. 484 is the biggest it can hit. That's from 242. Yeah, it's just like double damage for your Hellion, even though we are not actually on solar grenades. So, onto gameplay and the setup I used to make the most of this Verity interaction. Of course, outside of Hellion dealing up to double damage, Verity will also double the damage of our grenades and recharge them quicker too. Not being on getaway gives us the flexibility to use grenades normally, and Threadlings are great right now, paired with pack tactics. I'm also using Weaver's Call to spam even more of these guys. They are basically another buddy in terms of they just automatically track to enemies, and with this will deal very good damage. Paired with Spirit of Verity, I'm using Spirit of Filaments. This grants Devour when standing in an Empowering Rift, removing the need for Feed the Void. You could use something such as Hoil and opt for Phoenix Dive instead of Empowering Rift, and sustain that way instead. It's just preference. Devour is nice though, as Final Blows will give grenade energy on top of the healing. The main downside has nothing to do with the build itself, just the UI. Sometimes you can't see how many stacks of death throws you have, instead replaced with really important information like the cooldown on a tangle. But if you are getting strand weapon kills, it is there, it's just sometimes the UI tweaks out and you will simply just have to trust me bro. Barrow Dyad was a nice pairing for me. Any strand weapon will work, so you could do something like Mint. You don't need to do strand either, just make sure your grenade and weapon match. So you could do Vortex Nades and Graviton Lance for example. Outside of Verity, now that buddies are technically grenades, a bunch more build crafting options are available. And these have already been covered a whole bunch, so I'll just throw them up on screen now. Some are build specific, but others, especially armor mods, are more universal. Like Firepower will now grant orbs on occasion on Hellion Final Blows. Facet of Mending is one which can be double dipped here, granting Cure on Hellion or Threadling Grenade Final Blows. Though I don't think you need this and Devour. Dim links for this are in the description. A build similar to this one, which can achieve ridiculous boss DPS, is on screen now. Thank you for watching.